Let's get into the NFL. That is what pays the bills. The Detroit Lions, especially the NFL is always up to something. NFL, PA, the NFL. You know what, Mass?
What'd you think of OTAs back in the day?
I thought they were two things. I didn't like them because I just like working out wherever I want to work out with.
Yeah.
Like I didn't necessarily like that they make you work out with a strength and conditioner coach that may not be the best at getting the best out of you.
Ask Tom Brady.
So Alex Guerrero, 100%. Yep. So I hated that part about it. But other than that, I enjoy being around the fellas. You build the camaraderie. I think that helps you during the season.
It's like a calendar. It makes you go.
Exactly. You get on page with the quarterback. Also, it cuts out the BS. A lot of individuals, sometimes they go to off season. Off season is it. They're going to wild out. And then when they come back, that's when they get in shape. I think OTAs kept you on track, kind of didn't let yourself go for too long. But the strength and conditioning part would be the only part I had a problem with.
Well, the NFLPA is trying to get the schedule changed. You know how the NFL's got this perfect schedule. There's always something going on. Well, the NFLPA wants to say, hey, enough of these OTAs. They want to do it a different way, Bray. And I'm not sure if you can read that.
Yeah.
Well,
got you.
But let's see if you can get that out there.
This is per Tom Pelissero. End of OTAs, ? The NFL Players Association is working to finalize a proposal to overhaul the offseason starting as soon as 2025. That'll be next season, ladies and gentlemen. Eliminating voluntary on-field work in the spring in favor of longer training camp ramp up with player reporting in mid-June to early July.
That means you'd go from that all the way through. I think that's way too long.
That's not the solution I was expecting to read.
And that's the Players Association.
But do you know what this is in lieu of? It's in lieu of if we're going 18 games,
right?
Then things have to change. You can't go 18 games and start at the same particular time. Right. Things have to change.
Yeah, because you need more time to recover.
100%. So I think that more so about what this is right. Look, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing as we all are. 18 games, no 18 games.
It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
And I think that's what that's in lieu of. It's in lieu of the 18th game. And if that's the case, that makes sense because you would have to change the schedule. You can't keep the same schedule.
Are we going to see 20 weeks with 2 buys
if
they go to 18?
That's what you'll see.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
And you'll see the Super Bowl on President's Weekend.
And I think that if you allow teams 2 different – because, I mean, Lions get an early bye this year. It's going to hurt them towards the end of the season. They had a late bye last year. I think that helped them. So I think there's an inherent disadvantage and advantage for some teams that see the early bye versus the late one. Having 2 is going to balance things out. I like OTAs just from a standpoint of helping the rookies get inundated with the system and the new level of professionalism, timeliness, all the things that they have to be there for. I don't know, man. This is kind of interesting that this is coming from the NFLPA, to be honest.
Yeah, if it's coming from the NFLPA, then that means it's coming from the players. The players obviously want to have no OTAs. They want to change it all. Look, it makes sense, and this is why. What happens in OTAs? Like, this is a fun topic. What happens to fans? What happens to analysts? What happens to people in media when you say a person wasn't at voluntary OTAs?
True.
We just had a whole conversation about, I don't trust that guy because he won't go to OTAs. We don't trust those players. When OTAs are just glorified, 100%, but they're glorified working out situations. You want the best out of your players, especially if you're going to give them this 18th game. You're going to make them gruel through 18 games. Allow them to work out where the heck they want to work out, get more of a sense of relax and chill before they really got to put this thing on and get the serious.
But there are going to be some players that don't work out, and they're going to come back in bad shape. Maybe that's what the teams don't want to see.
You know what? I disagree. And the reason I disagree is it's a different day and age. I think when I was playing, that makes me sound old. And I'm really not that old. But when I was playing a little further back, like the OTAs was to get guys in shape. But there was no Instagram. There was no social media. There was no seeing what other guys are doing. There was no media outlets. There was no like if I'm a wide receiver, I can see what Tyreek Hill is doing every day. I can see what Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, insert top 5 wideout. If I'm trying to get paid, man, if I'm trying to be a part of that eliteness, I know I got to take my butt to the track. I got to go to the field. I got to get some cone work in. I got to watch some film so that I'm on my A game. It wasn't necessarily the case. You would hear about guys working out, but if you didn't want to work out, you weren't going to work out. I think nowadays more than any, guys are going to work out. You really don't have to worry about that problem.
Not everybody had the support system that you did. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that with all the love and admiration in the world. Some of these guys come from situations that they don't have that kind of stuff around them. So I don't mind
Antonio
the end of
Brown.
What's that?
Antonio Brown.
And the list goes on, you know.
But look at Antonio Brown. To this day, still out there on the field, still working, still putting out videos, wanting you to see that he's elite like that.
I think what I'd like to see is them restructure the OTA into like a RTA, a rookie training activities.
Okay.
You know, where you get them in and you get them inundated with how the system works. You get them just, you know, applying the practices that you as a franchise are putting together for these players before they even get a chance to see the veterans. I think that would be something that they could hold together, but I don't have an issue with this because, in fact, it's the OTAs that give all my competition in my Dynasty League info on the rookies that I'm about to steal from everybody.